Hi, this is Steve, my business partner Austin, and today we're going to look at another look at content, but this time, should you hire someone to do your content? And of course, the answer to that probably comes where you're at in your business, if it makes sense to or not. I would say if you're watching this, you probably are in the beginning stages. You're probably building things up. If you're in the early stages and you're making, let's say, between 3 and 4,000 or under, I would say do it yourself. Save yourself the money. You've got the time to still work with the clients and still get that content done. And the reason that there's always an advantage of you doing it is because you know your clients better than anybody. You talk to them daily, you converse with them, you know their problems, you know what they're good at. And nobody can explain their confusion like you can. Nobody can solve their anxiety like you can. And as you know, with content, we've talked about this some, you kind of like to agitate their problems. Let them know you understand them and rub a little salt in the wounds. And then let them know that you can solve that problem. And nobody knows these issues better than you. You're dealing with your own customers, more than anybody else. You understand them. You understand especially the ones you work with. And your own voice builds trust. When people see you doing a YouTube video and you're explaining how to do something that they're trying to learn, they trust you. Small business owners hire bookkeepers that they trust. That's the number one thing. Generic content doesn't build that. If you're just, throwing some generic stuff out there that's not specific to them, that doesn't work good enough. So you need to know what works before you pay for it, which is another great reason to do it yourself. If you do it yourself and you realize, this and this and this work, maybe you do YouTube videos, you do blog, both. And your blog works and your YouTube videos doesn't. Well, in your particular market, you know what to pay for now. Don't get any more YouTube videos. Those aren't working. Stick to the blog and hit that. But if you didn't already do the work yourself, you wouldn't have known that. And you would have wasted a boatload of money on buying YouTube videos that were not working. And I'm not suggesting that's the case. Just everybody's situation is going to be different. Some are going to be great at YouTube. Some are going to be great at blogs. And maybe you're good at both, which is pretty nice. So, but if you outsource it before you understand your audience, then you'll pay for content that completely misses the mark, and you don't want to lose money on this. Losing money is not something that a bookkeeper enjoys doing, and you're good at helping people save money, create money, not losing it. I'm going to turn it over to Austin now, and he'll go over a little more of this.
So when you should hire someone, you're booked out and have no time, but you still need to stay visible. You've created enough content to know your voice, topics, and what resonates. You can hand someone a clear brand guide, examples, and content direction. And when you're spending more than 5 to 6 hours a week on content, it's just taken away from your business. There is a middle ground. If you use AI and a part-time editor, you can just dump your ideas, the AI will draft it, and then the human will clean it up. And you can stay in the message while doing all the heavy lifting.
And so when it comes to AI too, Austin told you the perfect guideline to that is use your plan into AI. So don't just say to AI, give me a bookkeeping post today. You need it to be very specific. Give me a good bookkeeping post concerning payroll and the problems that such and such are having right now, or whatever it is. I mean, you know the problems in bookkeeping that you're talking to the people, you know the problem, but make it specific so that your AI can give you something pretty good. But again, if you don't, if you're not out there doing the work, you won't know any of this information. That's all we got on this, but it's something that people do ask about, should we pay for it or do it ourselves? And like most things, we definitely recommend doing it yourself until it no longer is feasible to. That's all we got for you today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.